Welcome back to the Preset Biz channel. Today we're going to be continuing with the Diamonds Infinity remake. In the last video we made the intro, verse and build, and so this is the result of that video.
Here's my key, philosophy. A freak like me just needs infinity.
So we're going to make a start with the bass line on this chorus, and let's begin this with the very first sound, which is like an opening swelling bass stab, and this is a sound called Womp No, which I've kind of tweaked a little bit, and I believe it's the same preset as what we used in the Calabria remake as well, because it's the same producer, so it's kind of a similar sound. We're also going to thicken this up with a one-shot sample later on in the production, but for now we're just going to move on to the rest of the bass. So the first preset for the main bass line is called Wonder from Car Music Volume 4. And straight away it's kind of got the character of the sound that we need exactly, and this is the mid that we've got for it. So there's a little bit of quantized shuffle swing. I think we used about 45% on this, so it's kind of heavy-ish. So the only variation on this second half is this extra note here. And then we've got this preset called Attacker, which does what it says on the tin, but I still felt like there was a bit of a gap in the top end of this bass line, and I wanted a bit more of that kind of ticking sound, so I added this kick in and just really shaped it properly so it doesn't kind of have any low end in it. So it's just that transient sound. So this is the entire bass line altogether. And then now circling back around to that first swelling bass stab, we've got this sound here, which is layered on top. And what I've done with this sound is basically used it as like a bass throw, so like a reverb throw for the whole bass line. And it gives you like a stab of reverb just at the start, so it's kind of like a controlled way of doing reverb. So on the processing side, we've got a bit of CLA to glue the whole sound. Doing 2-3 dB reduction, and then we've got a really subtle amount of reverb, 19% wet, so it's just adding a bit of ambience to the whole sound. And then we've got the classic chain, but I've tweaked the mix amount on here to, I think, 90%. So now we're going to throw in some drums. I'm going to chuck in this Car Music Volume 2 kick, which is one of my favourites. It's kick number 9. You don't have to do anything with it, it's perfect. It just sits really well in the mix, and it's got a really punchy character to it, which is cool. And then we have these two claps. So this one here is from the verses, just for a bit of continuity. And then I've thrown in this one from Car Music Volume 4, just to kind of add a bit more of a smack to the whole clap. So on the second half of the drops, of course, we've got some hi-hats introduced, and these are from Car Music Volume 4. I think they're just pretty simple open. And then we're reintroducing the shaker loop, which just adds those double hits in the background and just really adds a lot more energy in the groove. So next up we have these interesting ambient percussion hit things that come in on the drops. So these consist of like a double clap sample I've taken, and then a percussion sound which I've drenched in reverb. And then we've got some really minimal samples which are adding bursts of energy straight away. So a little noise exhaust which just gets cut straight after the first beat, and then a downlifter as well. And then we've got some sweeps which are just adding some more transitional elements. And then as you can see, we've also got some extra one-shots which are adding some details and like little fill effects as we come up into the hi-hat section. And then over here I've taken the entire fill from Car Music Volume 3, fill number 10. I've not changed it at all because it just fit perfectly for the song. And this is how it sounds. And so that's the entirety of the production. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know by liking the video down below and smashing the subscribe button as well. And let's go and take a listen.